So, quick disclaimer, the beginning of this video, I'm just showing you how to bleach your knots on a frontal. And then the second part of the video is showing you how to create a 6x6 wig. So here I just mixed the developer and the powder together to get a thick consistency. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just applying the bleach lightly onto the lace. For some people, they just apply the bleach where they usually part their hair. So if you usually part the hair in the middle, you might just want to bleach that area and obviously like the perimeter of the front. In this case, I just bleached the entire lace. Keep in mind that when you do bleach the lace, there's an increased chance that the knots on the lace front become weakened. So it's an increased chance of having some balding on your lace front. But once again, it looks better. Be careful when you are bleaching your knots, because if you leave it on for too long, I left this one on for about 5 minutes. Because if you leave it on for too long, especially with a stronger developer, it will obviously lighten quicker, which you can end up having reddish or golden roots, and it could even seep even further into the hair. Alright guys, so this hair that I'm just showing you is hair that I ordered off AliExpress from a hair company called Lemoda hair. And this hair is in the texture water wave. All the information regarding the hair will be in the description, including the length. So here I'm just showing you how so it wasn't a frontal wig, it was a 6x6 closure. So I'm just kind of showing you how I lay the closure before I start to sew it. So always make sure that the front of the closure is maybe about 1 inch before the actual dome cap. Okay, so here once again, I'm just showing you how, so you definitely are gonna need some T-pins. So when I'm making wigs, I usually start at the lowest point possible at the end of the dome cap. And once again, I usually use the longest bundle at the end, and then I work my way to using the shortest bundle. Alright, so for the rest of the video, you're just going to see me repeat the exact same process. So you're going to continue to sew the wefts onto the cap. And then what I do when I get to the end of the cap, I'll fold it over and then continue on top. You want to have maybe like a finger width in between, but also just keep in mind as to how many bundles you have, because the worst thing that could happen is that you run out of bundles before you reach the top. So sometimes you may have to spread out the tracks a little bit more, but it all depends on how many bundles you have. Okay, so I'm just showing you guys how thick the wefts are for this water wave hair. And I know a question is usually when you start cutting the wefts. For me, I ordered 4 bundles and I did not cut any of my wefts for this hair. I only used 3.5 of the bundles to make the unit, but it's up to you. Some people find that if you cut your wefts, it's more smoother, but with curly hair or wavy hair, I don't really see much of a difference. So just to reduce the hair from shedding, I usually won't cut the hair unless I really need to. All right, so at this point, it's quite self-explanatory. I'm just going to continue to sew it until I reach the next side. I did fast forward the video, so feel free to fast forward it even more, just so you can see what the end is. All right, so a little bit about the hair. So once again, I got the hair from a vendor on AliExpress called Lemoda Hair Company. The texture is water wave. I wanted to try water wave because I've never tried it before. I've only ever ordered curly hair or deep wave hair. So I wanted to kind of just see how water wave looks. Like I said earlier, the hair felt very soft as soon as I took it out of the package. There was a little bit of a smell to the hair that I noticed, but after washing out the hair and conditioning it, the scent wasn't as obvious. One negative or one con about this hair that I can tell you, and that you'll probably notice at the end of the video, is that you're going to have a lot of dyed strands in the hair. So you'll notice that there'll be random, like a reddish orange strands throughout the hair, which is one thing I didn't really like. But besides that, the hair looks pretty nice. I haven't worn it yet, so hopefully I'll be able to give you an update on how the hair holds up. All right, so this is the final look when I installed the wig. So as you can see, flawless.
In a smoking zone, alcohol bust up in a head like stone.